All right, my friends, we've made it this far in the course. We've gotten a pretty good amount of practice with Solidity. We've seen a lot of Ethereum, and we've just touched a little bit on how to work React into the mix as well. In all this discussion, however, we've still really missed one very important point. We have not really discussed how we can build interesting, compelling applications using Ethereum that we cannot build with traditional technology like a traditional server and a traditional database. So in this video and many videos to follow, we're going to start working on a brand new project. And the goal of this project is to show you a rather interesting problem that can be solved quite elegantly by using blockchain technology. So we're going to get a better sense of why we care about Ethereum. We're going to get a better sense of why we care about smart contracts at all. And hopefully it's going to give you a better idea of where to use these technologies in your own personal projects. So we're going to get started in this video. We're going to first discuss a startup that exists today. So this is a company that exists today. This company has been around for a couple of years now. Their startup seems to always run into one very repetitive problem. So let's talk about what the startup is. We'll then talk about what the problem is with the startup. And then we'll discuss how we can apply blockchain technology and Ethereum smart contracts in particular to solve this problem. So the startup we're going to be discussing is Kickstarter. Kickstarter. If you've never worked with Kickstarter before or you've never read about it, I will give you a very quick introduction right now. There's a tremendous number of resources online to tell you about what Kickstarter is and how it works. So again, I'll give you just a very quick overview. Let's imagine for a second that you are an inventor of sorts. So you're an inventor and you come up with some brand new product that you want to create. However, developing a product costs money, right? It costs money. You need money for employees, materials, manufacturing, whatever else. The idea of Kickstarter is to help you raise that money to build some initial prototype of your project. So you come to Kickstarter as a product owner and you create a new project or a campaign. On the right-hand side, you can see a list of some existing campaigns or projects that already exist on the platform. So you put together this project, you discuss about what you want to build. In this case, it's an oscilloscope, multimeter, and logger. And then you ask random people on the internet for some money. So people donate money to your campaign, and in exchange, at some point in the future, you will give that person some reward. So on the right-hand side over here, you can see some of the different pledge levels or some of the different donation levels that you can use to donate to the project. For example, if you donate 90 Australian dollars, then at some point in time you get a meter, a pouch, probe clips, battery, and a spare fuse. Boy, that sounds like a deal to me. I actually don't know, but you get the idea. The thing about Kickstarter is that the campaign creator only gets money if they meet some minimum funding goal. So this particular project stated that they wanted to collect at least $15,579. But at this point, they have obviously collected far in excess of that money. Once the campaign succeeds, Kickstarter takes all this donated money and sends it directly to the person who created this campaign. And it's then up to that campaign creator to go ahead and take that money, build the product, and then send that product to all the people who have donated to the campaign. So hey, that sounds like a great system, right? Some people need money to build their product. Maybe they can't raise or get financing for building that product. So they come to Kickstarter instead, do a little bit of marketing, and then walk away with the money they need to build their project. So where do things go wrong? What is the problem here? Well, the problem is that some people who create campaigns are a little bit malicious. It's totally up to the campaign creator to take the money that they get donated and then actually spend it to further their project and spend it to actually get a product that can be sent to their donators. But what happens in reality is that many of these projects end up failing. So they'll end up meeting their funding goal, they get a big old bucket of money, but then it turns out that they have no ability to actually efficiently manage a product, or creating a product, I should say, and then eventually they run out of money and they have to turn back to all of these backers and say, sorry, but we ran out of money and we can't give you your product. So essentially, all the backers lose their money completely, getting nothing in return. On the other hand are the people out there who are completely malicious, and the people who raise money for campaigns with absolutely no intent to ever make use of that money to build a product. And as a matter of fact, if you go to Google and you do a search for Kickstarter scam, I mean, look at the autocomplete here. Kickstarter frauds, Kickstarter fails, Kickstarter failed to deliver. Here's 5 biggest Kickstarter failures. Scammers took the money and ran. And clearly this is a very repetitive problem that happens quite a bit on the platform. All right, so at this point, I have laid out a problem to you. Kickstarter exists, and we understand that, hey, sometimes when these people collect money, they don't actually deliver. Or maybe they don't deliver, maybe they just completely run off with all the money. So let's pause right here, and in the next video, we're going to discuss how we can use an Ethereum contract to at least somewhat solve the issue that Kickstarter is running into. So let's talk about how we're going to solve this problem in the next video.